Southampton, NY. Dustin Johnson is right where he wants to be in another US Open. He's right where he was when he broke through to claim his first major championship in this event 2 years ago. He had the 36-hole lead at Oakmont when he won there, and he has the 36-hole lead at Shinnecock Hills this week. Johnson's 3-under par 67 Friday moved him atop the leaderboard with a 4-shot lead. He will go off in the final pairing Saturday with Scott Piercy, who was right in the mix with Johnson at Oakmont in 2016. Piercy tied for second there, 3 shots behind Johnson. They'll go off together at 3:10 p.m. There's a formidable major championship pairing going off a couple groups in front of Johnson and Piercy, with 2013 U.S. Open winner Justin Rose paired with Henrik Stenson, winner of the Open in 2016. They're both 5 shots off the lead and off at 2:48 p.m. Eastern Time. Defending U.S. Open champion Brooks Koepka is paired with Ian Poulter at 2:37 p.m. They are also both 5 shots back. Ricky Fowler is off with Russell Henley at 2:26 p.m. They're both 6 shots back. Full tee times for the third round, all times Eastern, 9:07 a.m. Tim Wilkinson 9:18 a.m. Bill Haas, Jonathan Vegas 9:29 a.m. Matthew Pavone, Cameron Wilson 9:40 a.m. Brent Snedeker, Kiradech Afebarnrat 9:51 a.m. Steve Stricker, Gary Woodland 10:02 a.m. Dean Burmester, Luis Gagne 10:13 a.m. Daniel Berger, Kevin Chappelle 10:24 a.m. Matt Parziali Byung Hun 10:35 a.m. Haotong Lee, Ross Fisher 10:46 a.m. Francesco Molinari, Webb Simpson 10:57 a.m. Tony Finau, Peter Eline 11:08 a.m. Brian Gay, Sam Burns 11:19 a.m. Chris Nagel, Dylan Meyer 11:30 a.m. Andrew Johnston, Phil Mickelson 11:41 a.m. Zach Johnson, Paul Casey 11:52 a.m. Louis Oosthuizen, Patrick Cantlay 12:03 p.m. Aaron Baddeley, Xander Schauffele 12:14 p.m. Bryson DeChambeau, Hideki Matsuyama 12:25 p.m. Tyrrell Hatton, Patrick Reed 12:36 p.m. Brandon Grace, Jimmy Walker 12:47 p.m. Brendan Steele, Will Grimmer 12:58 p.m. Brian Fox, Callum Hill 1:09 p.m. Mickey DeMorat, Russell Knox 1:20 p.m. Patrick Rogers, Brian Harmon 1:31 p.m. Tyler Duncan, Jason Duffner 1:42 p.m. Justin Thomas, Pat Perez 1:53 p.m. Jim Furyk, Alex Noren 2:04 p.m. Rafa Cabrera Bello, Charles Howell 2:15 p.m. Matthew Fitzpatrick, Mark Leishman 2:26 p.m. Ricky Fowler, Russell Henley 2:37 p.m. Ian Poulter, Brooks Koepka 2:48 p.m. Justin Rose, Henrik Stenson 2:59 p.m. Tommy Fleetwood, Charlie Hoffman 3:10 p.m. Scott Piercy, Dustin Johnson. Article tags Dustin Johnson, 2018 U.S. Open Grand Rapids, Mich. Yi and Ryu birdied all 5 par 5 holes in a 5-under 67 to take the second round lead Friday in the Meyer LPGA Classic. The 6th-ranked South Korean star played her final 9 holes, the front 9 at Blythefield Country Club, in 5-under 31 to top the leaderboard at 13-under 131. She rallied after making 3 bogeys in a 5-hole stretch on her first 9. "I really like my putting stroke right now," Ryu said. "No matter I made it or not, I feel like my stroke is really great and my rhythm's really great. I really want to keep this tempo and rhythm. And I just need to keep working on some tee shots." Sandra Gale and Sakura Yokomi need shot 64 to reach 12 under. Caroline Masson, 66, was 11 under, and Leanne Pace, 67, Anna Nordquist, 68, and Suo, 68, followed at 10 under. Ryu is winless this season after taking the major Anna Inspiration and Walmart NW Arkansas Championship last year. She has 5 LPGA Tour victories, the first in the 2011 U.S. Women's Open. Full field scores from the Meyer LPGA Classic. "I would say more motivated to playing well," Ryu said. "When you're on the golf course you feel a little bit of everything, like anxious, happiness, sadness, angry, just everything. But the thing is, is not bad to feel everything. Also, it's just totally normal to feel anxious at the golf course as well. but hopefully I can just manage all my emotions on the golf course." Gal and Yokomin each had 8 birdies in bogey-free rounds. "It's just validation of a lot of hard work and the hours I've put into the last few months," the German player said. "It's nice to see when you're making the birdies, you see your name at the top. It's fun, you're in contention for the weekend. It's great." Kelly Shawn, tied with Ryu for the first round lead after a 64, was 4 shots back at 9 under after a 71. Michelle Wie and Lydia Ko were 8 under, each shooting 67. "You have to hit in the fairways here," Wie said. "The rough can be a little penalizing." Lexi Thompson, the 2015 winner, had a 70 to get to 6 under. Oriya Jutanugarn, making her first start since winning the U.S. Women's Open, had a 70 to join sister Moria Jutanugarn, 69, and defending champion Brooke Henderson, 70, at 5 under. "Unfortunately, I'm not playing great golf right now," Henderson said. "I definitely have a great game plan for this course. It worked really well last year and I just kind of have to get back to it. Just making some dumb mental mistakes." Annie Park, the ShopRite LPGA Classic winner last week in New Jersey for her first tour title, missed the cut with rounds of 76 and 69. The forecast high Saturday was 92, going up to 96 on Sunday. "I don't mind the hot weather. I actually hate cold weather," Ryu said. "We play with a lot of hot weather. Also, it's not going to be hotter than Thailand or Singapore, so I'm cool with it." Southampton, NY. 2 months after making a hard run at winning the Masters, Rickie Fowler is in position to make another run at claiming his first major championship title. Fowler's 1 under par 69 Friday at the U.S. Open moved him into a tie for 9th, 6 shots off the lead. Fowler, 29, would like to shake his title as best player without a major. He finished second at the Masters, 1 shot behind Patrick Reed. It was his 3rd runner-up finish in a major, his 8th finish of T5 or better. After Friday's round, Fowler couldn't wait to begin chasing Dustin Johnson on the weekend. "He's obviously playing well," Fowler said. "No one player in the world, it is going to be tough, but I definitely feel like the way I've played the last 2 days, tee to green, I should be with him right now. I just haven't made anything." U.S. Open, scores, live blog, full coverage. Fowler looks forward to seeing what he can do in 2 more rounds at Shinnecock Hills. "Obviously, coming off of the finish we had at the Masters, the way we played there, especially on the weekend, I'm looking forward to it," he said. "Definitely very comfortable on this golf course. I love playing here. I feel like it suits my game, it fits my eye. I have fun with it." Article tags, 2018 U.S. Open, Rickie Fowler, Southampton, NY. The firefighter is sticking around for the weekend at the U.S. Open. In the most democratic major, there are plenty of players who earn entry into the 156-man field that most golf fans may not recognize. Inevitably, some of them will channel their talent at just the right time to move up the standings while many stars get sent packing. It was the case this week at Shinnecock Hills, where 3 amateurs will be among the 67 players to tee it up in the 3rd round. Ohio State's Will Grimmer, 5, leads the pack, while LSU's Luis Gagne, 7, made the cut with a shot to spare. So too did Matt Parziale, a firefighter in Brockton, Massachusetts, who qualified by virtue of his U.S. mid-amateur victory last year. With the cut line fluctuating between 7 over and 8 over for much of the afternoon, Parziale poured in a 20-foot birdie on the 18th hole to finish off at 3 over 73 that left him at 7 over and remove any doubt about his weekend plans. U.S. Open, scores, live blog, full coverage. "I saw the projection on the boards, started at 9 over, and went for 8, Parziale said. "You don't want to come in at 8 and then all of a sudden have it move to 7. So making the putt for 7 there was pretty big for me." Parziale has his dad, Vic, on the bag this week, and his closing birdie helped ensure that the two will spend Father's Day together while walking the fairways at a major championship. But the surprise stories weren't limited to the amateurs. Little-known Mickey DeMorat, who just completed his senior year at Liberty University and only turned pro after advancing from sectional qualifying last week, is in at 4 over after consecutive rounds of 72 that included a 2-shot penalty in the opening round for hitting the wrong ball. Alongside DeMorat at 4 over is Scotland's Callum Hill, a 23-year-old who worked this past season as an assistant coach at Western New Mexico University. Hill opened with a 75 but was one of only 14 players to break par in the second round, shooting a 1 under 69. Article tags, 2018 U.S. Open, Matt Parziale Southampton, NY Brooks Koepka didn't look as if he would be around on the weekend to defend his U.S. Open title, but he did more than rally to make the cut on Friday at Shinnecock Hills. He got himself in contention. At 7 over in the middle of the second round, Koepka went on a tear, making 3 birdies in a row and 6 over his final 11 holes. With a 4 under par 66, Koepka equaled Tommy Fleetwood for low round of the championship. He's 5 shots behind Johnson going into Saturday. Obviously, you don't want to be that many back, Koepka said, but it's a US Open, so disaster is always around the corner. You never know what's going to happen. You just keep putting the ball in play, hitting greens and try to sneak in a few birdies when you can. U.S. Open Scores Live blog. Full coverage. Koepka, 28, was asked at week start what he learned winning the U.S. Open at Erin Hills last year, his first major championship title. I think the one thing that I really did learn was you just need to hang around, Koepka said. His rally has him hanging near the top of the leaderboard. He's tied for 4th. As long as you can put yourself in the position to be there on Sunday with 9 to play, it's amazing, he said. Don't want to say it's easy to win a major championship, but if you put yourself in the correct spot, where you need to be, and you play good golf, it's amazing how things turn out. Anything within 3 shots of the lead on the back 9 Sunday, anything can happen. A few months ago, Koepka wasn't sure if he would get this chance. He was out almost 4 months recuperating from a partially torn tendon in his left wrist. He missed the Masters and is making just his 6th start since returning. He's healthy and confident again. There's nobody more confident here than me, Koepka said. I feel like I'm playing really well. Article tags, Brooks Koepka, 2018 U.S. Open.